December 1st. Maybe Lego actually made a Ninjago advent calendar this year. Nope, of course not. Fellas, Ninjago has been going on for almost 15 years, and Lego still hasn't made a Ninjago advent calendar. What the hell, bruv? The closest thing we got was this flipping Christmas castle thing, but that was exclusive to Lego employees, you know, the people that hate Lego. So what now? So for day one we got Christmas Kai. So I first got these dual molded legs and added a dark red Star Wars torso with white gloves. Then I gave him his Prime Empire armor and his bandana hair with red studs. I don't know why, but let's move on to day number 2. For day 2 I wanted to make a snowy ground, so I got a white base plate and added some plates on the sides to give it some depth. Is that even what depth mean? And I wanted to create a snowball fight, so I built some walls made of snow and plonked Kai behind one of the walls. But who's he gonna be battling? Yep, sibling rivalry. Listen, I've had my fair share of snowball fights against my siblings, I think. So I'm going to be making snowball fight Nia. So I first got her mech pilot legs because the rose gold and dark red looks Christmas. Then grabbed the Lego City Iso torso, gave her a beige sack and put some stockpile balls in. And then I just gave her a white half mask, cause why not? And now it's time for her and Kai to battle. So for day 4 I wanted to make a mini Thunder Fang, even though he sucked as a villain. So I first got this garden piece and attached a snot brick to create an angle. Then I made the legs. Yeah, allow me. Then I built the head and found these trans pink wings. Then built the lankiest arms in the world. I mean, come on, man. And finally added a tail. It looks pretty accurate, not gonna lie. We've all seen these Christmas movies that have massive elf exploitation factories that make various presents in bulk. So I grabbed a couple grey base plates and began placing different shades of brown and a basket. Then I made the conveyor belt using a lot of grey grill pieces and added a present on it. Then just put some little touches on it and made a very high quality sign. Straight from Snapfish, man. And here we have it. Let's move on to day 6. So for day 6 I wanted to make a Christmas version of Drix, so I got the Drix minifigure and just put him under a Christmas tree. And then the next day I woke up and this was in its place. Here we have it, Christmas Drix. Incredible. We all know that if Christmas existed in Ninjago, Cole would love it. Not because of the presents and stuff, but because of the food. So here we have season 11 Cole.
Flabby. Okay, that's getting a tad personal.
So I gave him the Harry Potter cake and a chicken leg because I think that's what people eat on Christmas, I don't know. But yeah, on to day 8. So in Dragon's Rising Season 3, we got introduced to the Spectral Lands, another realm that merged with Ninjago. So I wanted to recreate the scene where Aaron and Moro meet. So yeah, here's the scene. I used a mix of dark grey, dark blue, dark pink, and some clear. I then placed Moro on it and he's battling a clear creature. Yeah, the creature's terrible, but remember, I'm lazy. Then I placed Aaron with his prismatic blade and here we have it. Yes, it's not that good, is it? We all know Wu loves meditation. He's the type to meditate on a snowy mountain without even wearing a coat. After placing brick on brick on brick on brick on brick on brick on brick, I ended up with this. We got woo on top, some ice, Ikson, uneven ground, and when you turn it around we see a brown chest with some possible illegal substances. I'm just saying, there's something in Woo's teas that give him the visions. Next build. Mate, subscribe. You're clearly enjoying this, so scroll down and click the button. Thanks. Of course, you can't have an advent calendar without a pointless tree, right? So I wanted to try something different with this one, so I just got these green angled plates and just started building on top of that. Put some random studs for the baubles and used a pretty creative way to like hang the lights. And for the base I found this strange brown bracket piece and also a gold 2011 spinner piece. Nostalgia, am I right folks? And finally just put a shuriken on top. Yeah. Next we have a Lloyd mech turned mini. Ooh. So here it is. I can tell you all my intricate thought processes while building, but I really don't know. Mine doesn't really look like a jet, but we can't win them all. For the swords, I just used these mini knives from the Prime Empire pack and found this strange symbol piece in green. Genuinely no idea how, but that's just how the story goes. So for day 12 I wanted a minifigure Christmas stand, and since the Old Town set recently leaked, I took inspiration from those stands to create this. The front uses these white dragon hilts and also the core gold tile, and the back of it is basically a license plate. Now you can display a total of 3 minifigures on top of it. I won't say which ones yet because I'll spoil it. You also can't have an advent calendar without some lights. Well, you can, but you know, lights are nice, innit? So I found this black web piece from the Storm Village and slotted them into these 2 poles, and then built some snowy ground and then just slotted them in. Then just went crazy with the lights, and it looks as about as average as Christmas lights go, but we all like snowmen, right? Why does that sound weird? But anyway, since Zane is the white ninja, it's only fitting to turn him into a snowman. And then I just topped it off with a season 1 hood, a silver shuriken and some ice. Yeah, Zane is now the greatest snowman. You know I have to make that joke. So for day 15 I wanted to make another mini vehicle, so I chose the worst one. Kai's Mech Storm Rider Jet Mech Red Mech, the Red Planet. So I first got this thin clip piece and attached the 2 sticky out engines on the side. Then I built the top and made a separate mini mech that can actually attach to the back, so that's pretty cool. And here's the finished rider. So now Kai can fly throughout Ninjago on his rider, even though it's meant to be Nia's. The best part of the winter months is going outside and feeling like you've caught frostbite. So today I decided to build a guy that's been frozen in ice. So I use these circle bricks for his body and use grey hair because it's cold, isn't it? Then just built around the landscape and added an ice block for the final touch. I'm not gonna lie, this is a cold build. Get it? Because like cold and like it's cold. Yeah, moving on. Now Jay seems like the type of guy who's actually really good at skiing. So for day 17 I gave him an ice rink. And here's a Jay minifigure. I do have some Lego skate pieces, but I just haven't seen them in a very long time, so I don't know where they've gone. So I stuck to silver studs. And then I just placed him on. Look at him having such a good time. In Dragons Rising Season 3 Part 1, we get introduced to the Well of the Lost, which, here's the lore. The well contains a mysterious healing elixir made from soul energy that allows souls to move forward from the departed realm and provided healings to living beings. I didn't just say that from Google, don't worry. So I want to make a Well of the Found, where you basically find stars. Look, I haven't slept in 3 days, okay? So after a couple milliseconds, here it is. And for the animal, I put a tiny snake. Day 19. For day 19, we have this. Oh, you don't know what it is? Not a single clue. I don't blame you, to be honest. Seem familiar now? Yep, it's a mini Seabound poster. Here we have the ninja and here we have Kalmar. Just something I wanted to try, why not? Now let's do another F5 member. So I wanted to turn Noct into a reindeer. So I grabbed these brown legs and brown torso. Then got a skeleton armor and a red balaclava, his normal head and a nougat hat. Then built a small sleigh at home, put a couple prezzies in, and here's a finished minifigure. Yeah, let's move on to day 21. Santa's on the prowl and he wants to give the OG4 some gifts. He gave Jay some golden nunchucks. He gave Kai a very intricately designed sword. Jeez, man. He gave Zane some golden shurikens, and finally, he gave Cole a golden scythe that kind of looks like a toothbrush with one bristle. For the presents, I added a gold heart because kindness is always the answer. Yay, on to day 22. So recently, LEGO's been making miniature versions of their Ninjago cities, but they never made one for Ninjago City workshops. So here's my version. It's very simplified, but hey, I'm not a LEGO designer, so give me a break. I really didn't manage to get any mini details shoved in, but at least the mech looks actually to scale, so give me that one. So yeah, is it better than this, guys? No, but then again, I'm a much lazier builder, so shut your mouth. So for the penultimate day, I wanted to turn Lloyd into the Grinch because green. So I first got these vine legs and got his crystallized torso, but replaced the green arms with the red ones, and also added a lime green scarf. Then I used his Spinjitzu burst head and found this weird green hair hat piece and stuck this red hard hat on because I don't have two Christmas hats. Day 24, the ultimate day. It's time for Santa to make his grand reveal. And it's, drumroll, Lord Ross. Yeah, real shocker. So I just used Mateo's dual molded legs and just used a normal Santa torso, but replaced the arms with Ross's printed arms. Then took the armor off a purple wolf warrior and used some good old blue tack to stick the Christmas hat on, and here it is. Oh, and I also gave him 2 brown sacks. And then added all 3 of those minifigures, Grinch, Lloyd, Reindeer Noct and Santa Roars, to the minifigure display. So here we have my full 2025 Ninjago Advent Calendar. 24 days of absolute bliss. And who knows, maybe next year for 2026 I'll do a daily Ninjago Advent Calendar in December. Maybe. One of my goals for 2026 is to do things ahead of time, you know, so I don't end up pulling 2 all-nighters so I can get this video out. I have some big things planned for this channel in 2026. I don't, but yeah, hopefully this stupid channel lives on. So yeah, that's really all I've got to say. Wait, have I even said Merry Christmas?
In the land of Lee, look around and see all your happiness can be found.
Bye, see you in 2026, prick.